All right, friends, we're at part 2 at Nokron. I am going to go ahead and touch this grace. This is the first grace in Nokron, by the way. Let's go ahead and rest and recharge my flask and so forth. Now, I'm going to show you guys that I'm running on 3 health potions because I need the FP. So if you're in this build, you're probably going to need a lot of blue potions. All right. So, how are we going to mitigate damage? If you get hit a little bit, I would say you need to use Beast Vitality. I just passed it, dang it. Bestial Vitality, that is a great spell, great incantation. So you do have to, get the claw so that you can, or some sort of finger seal or something, so that you can use it. But it is quite good. All right, just for funsies, let's see if I can get this guy at range. Look at that range. Patow! Right? Not too bad. Apparently, I can't use that spell very well on the angle. Let's try again. There we go. We got him in the head. I was on him the first time, then I got unlocked on him. So some of these spells are not really glitchy, but you got to understand the nature of them, okay? All right. So, by the way, Comet Shard, let's take a quick look at the spells real quick, just because it's worth mentioning. Alright, so this spell, Comet Shard, is using 17 FP. This one will use 7, you got to use it twice, so that's going to be 14 anyways, and this one is 24, you might not need all that firepower. So, again, 17 is manageable. Let's go down and look at, well, there it is. That's 18 for this one. So the cool thing about this one is that I think it will go farther, and I also think that it's going to have a stunning ability. You can knock people down with it. So I kind of like that. All right, this guy, let's see if I can charge this and one-shot him. Ba-ding! Charge it. So again, that's kind of the beautiful thing about this particular spell. If you don't want to knock them down, or you don't need to knock them down, you can kill them in one shot. It'll do a little bit more damage than there's 746 damage. It's pretty stinking great damage. Oh, your shot, my shot. I win. My dog is whining at me or something. I think she wants to go outside. Man, I'm busy. What do you want? What? What? Alright, guys. I am not going to pause the game or start the video over, but I do need to put her out. Stand by. It takes me 2 seconds. Killing me. Come on. Come on. Alright, sorry about that. Little interruption there, but the dog was going to drive me bananas if I didn't do something. Okay, so on that note, I would say that if an alien race came to the Earth, I tend to think they would have to wonder who really was the dominant species. They're like, the humans seem like they're running everything, but to be honest with you, the dogs and cats poop and pee where they want, and the humans are picking it up. And the humans are feeding them. Maybe the humans are just slaves to these animals. I don't know. All right. Just one of those weird things that I think about. So clearing out Nokron's really not going to be a big challenge for me unless I make a mistake and I get swamped at close range, right? So again, this guy should have put up his shield. And you guys might be like, Curtis, do you really have to clear out the whole place? Of course not. See, I took too long. Now this guy's all on me. Alright, let's hit him with Rock Sling. 54 damage because he blocked. Let's drink. What should we do? Let's try this spell. Alright, let's let him get a bonus. 400, that's not bad. Let's hit him again. Let's try, let's see here. Pop! Now, it did hit his shield, but did 137 damage. That does pretty good against a shield. Not a bad little spell. It's a good defensive spell, by the way. Smoking them, man, like a cheap cigar. These guys can't, I mean, again, I'm one-shotting these guys. If you don't love how easy it is to walk through these guys, literally not even needing the 3 health potions that I've got, you know, you don't love that, man. I tell you, there's not an easier way to get through this game than with the mage character at range. I'll also tell you that if you can't stay at range, this character is very difficult. It is super difficult. And some people would prefer to just run through the game. Again, I talk about my son Caleb all the time. He plays this game. He's super good. He loves the strength build. He wants to have the biggest possible, heaviest possible sword, swing or hammer, swing one time and just demolish whatever he's hitting. I do kind of like that whole mentality, but at the same time, it's not strategic. Right? You're just the biggest guy with the biggest freaking weapon, which is pretty good in most cases, but then there are other times when you're just going to get dusted. And when I say dusted, I mean that you're going to get swarmed. Let's go back to this one. Play this again. Oh man, even with the shield up, 137, not bad. Blast him. Blast him. Too easy. Alright, now this is kind of the main reason we want to come to Nokron. Check this out. Larval Teeter. That's what you need to respec, right? Without that... Oh, did you get me? I was going to say this was going to be like a flawless stinking run, but he poked me for like 5 points of damage. Anyways, if you need to respec, in other words, maybe you've accidentally put points where you probably shouldn't have, or maybe you wanted to try out a new weapon, so you had to respec to use the weapon, and you decide you hated the weapon, you got to have these larval tears. That is the deal. So, there are a number of these larval tears here in Nokron. Alright. Not really using the Dukist herba or the melted mushroom much. Some of these things I'm picking up, I'm like, why am I getting that? How is that really helping me? Man. The guy pulled back his weapon like, oh, I'm gonna get you, and then he's like, oh, I'm dead. Dang it. That puts a big freaking kink in my plan of killing you. So that ash I just picked up, the soldier ashes, the great shield soldier ashes, a lot of people say that, I should say, there are a couple people that say that that is a great spirit ash. I disagree. I have not found it to be very good. It's good, but not very good. Alright, I'm about to have a fight up here. This girl dodges a good bit. When I say this girl, it's a Nox swords person, swords woman, I think. So I'm definitely not going to get close to her. Alright. And when she dodges, she'll dodge when I start the cast, not when I launch. Here we go. So let's see. Should get a few hits off on her. 600. And 500 and she's dead. What a shame. Normally I'm ducking and dodging and rolling while she's nailing me with her freaking flexible weapon. It's like in most cases, it's either a sword or a hammer that looks like a whip when the special ability is working on it. No ducking and dodging required at this particular point. Stay at long range, kill people at long range, rinse and repeat. Pretty cool though. definitely kind of makes you feel crazy powerful. All right, let's switch. Let's pluck this guy. What are you doing hanging out there? Get down, you. You wanted to drop on my head. There's another one. And number 3. Congratulations, you 3 guys. Earned a one-way ticket to death. And another larval tier. Remember I told you how important those are? By the way, don't underestimate the value of picking up those runes. You pick those rascals up and you're kind of standing by waiting, you know, to do something. Maybe you want to get up and leveling, you're not quite enough, and you're about to go fight a boss, right? You don't want to lose all your runes if you get wrecked. You can go in your inventory, you know, and you can use these runes to top you off just before a big boss fight, for example. Okay, all right, so we're about to fight a mimic tier. He's going to assume my form. Knowing that he's going to assume my form, right? What better way to fight this guy than to go in there completely unarmed, right? So I'm just going to be unarmed. I'm going to get my, you know, Banished Knight Ingval out there. He's going to have a fun time just crushing this guy. And I'm going to walk around and, I don't know, kind of do a whole bunch of nothing. I do need to have enough mana to summon that guy. There we go. So I'm unarmed. I assume that means he's going to be unarmed, right? Let's do this thing, man. Alright, so we have to get, before we get anybody going, right, I mean, you can go ahead and summon this guy if you want to. But before I really do anything else, got to get him up. Here he goes. He's going to copy me. Like, oh, look. And Banished Knight Ingval is going to go play with him. Now, while he's kind of getting up and ready, he's going to duck and dodge and move around and try to punch. Right? And Mimic Tier's getting beat up by Banished Knight Ingval, doing 2 damage. You see the 2 under Banished Knight Ingval? And he got off a good punch. That's pretty good. Okay, punch him, boy. Punch away, sir. 1 point, 2 points of damage. He will lose. Alright, in the meantime, we're going to take our time to get our staff back up. If you want your special or your secondary weapon up, you put that up. Let's go ahead and get the claw seal up. Right. And Mimic Tier is just getting the crap kicked out of him. And he can't really do a whole lot because he doesn't have a weapon. This is called strategy. Now he's going to try to outroll my freaking rocks. He's going to get decimated. Tank, he got crushed. He tries to roll. He tries to drink. He's going to decimate him. Now again, this is a little bit tricky. This is a little bit of a tricky battle here. I'm just going to go play with him with these claws. He can't do enough damage. He doesn't have a weapon. So I'm just going to kind of move around with him. Again, I could be shooting him with magic, spending my FP. By the way, I'm about to go to a grace point. It's not gonna matter. Mimic Tier goes down. Got another rival tier. Silver Tier Mask. Pretty cool. Now again, I don't really need the claws at all. So what do I need? I do need the grace. Friends, this has been part 2 of Nokron. Pretty simple, pretty easy. We're going to do a part 3 here in a minute because I like doing the walkthrough, kind of the dungeon crawl idea. So again, this is Arctos. He's a true mage, generally speaking, staying at range unless he's saving FP, in which case he might use a dagger or some other item just for somebody easy like that guy. But for the most part, as you can see, the power of this class and this build is in the long-range firepower, right? So I'll catch up to you guys soon. Be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell so you get my notifications. Take care.